Good evening. We present the news summary. The Ministry of Health has said that the benefits of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine for adolescents far outweigh the risk they face in regards to COVID-19. Those were the words of Dr. Sanjeev Poganzendi, a member of the National Technical Working Group for the rollout of COVID-19 vaccination. He was speaking during a press conference this afternoon. Seychelles is expected to get its first consignment of the Pfizer vaccine during the first week of September, and more than half will be dedicated to the vaccination of adolescents aged 12 to 17 years. The vaccination campaign will be facilitated by the Ministry of Education. Dr. Sanjeev has also stated that it is not compulsory for adolescents to take the vaccine, though it is highly recommended.
This is the first time this age group will be offered a COVID-19 vaccine in Seychelles. There is evidence that there is quite a high rate of infection among adolescents, and it's important that we understand that many of these infections goes undetected, because in adolescents often they do not have symptoms and they often do not test. As such, they can be potential drivers of transmission in the community without our knowledge. But there is research already, both local and global, showing that there is a high rates of infections amongst adolescents, and they are contributing to increase in transmission. As such, it is important that we look at options on how we can reduce that, and one of these options, in addition to the other public health measures, is vaccination, offering them vaccination. The other bit is that adolescents are not immune to COVID illness. There are adolescents that get severe illness. There are ones that have been admitted here in Seychelles. And there are also, although there are no deaths in Seychelles, there are many deaths overseas in this age group from COVID, and we know it can kill even adolescents. We have been researching for months. Of course, knowledge is evolving, and we have sufficient information to assess that the benefits of vaccination for adolescents 12 to 17 far outweigh any potential risks that we can foresee or any known risks that we foresee. Of course, this was the first vaccine to be approved in this age group, and many other countries are using it as a routine in this age group, and so we've used that vaccine. But of course, to note, there are other vaccines approved today for this age group as well, like Moderna, for example.
Negotiations are continuing between the Ministry of Fisheries and the Blue Economy and the European Union concerning the payment of part of the compensation for seafarers. The negotiations relate to the payment of indemnities between the years 2005 and 2011. The government paid compensation to seafarers between the periods 1984 and 2005.
This morning, the Minister for Fisheries and Blue Economy, Jean-François Ferrari, met with representatives of the seafarers to update them on the progress of the negotiation. The seafarers said the meeting should be held because they were getting impatient. Minister Ferrari mentioned that since the beginning of the year, the government had indicated that negotiations were underway on the issue, but they are not getting the results they wanted. And he added that Seychelles had encountered difficulties in its negotiation with the European Union regarding the payment of such compensation. The European Union has said it will not pay compensation for seafarers during the periods between 2005 and 2011 because the Seychelles had requested it too late. According to the European Union's law, these claims must be made before a period of 10 years and not more. Representatives of the seafarers said they were satisfied with the way in which the meeting between them and Minister Ferrari took place today. The seafarers had threatened to go to State House if they did not get a response regarding their compensation.
School counselors are being empowered to better give assistance to students, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. They are attending a 3-day online seminar which started yesterday at the Ministry of Education.
Before the start of the workshop this morning, participants recapped yesterday's session and shared their observation with the Principal Secretary for Education, Dr. Odile de Comamo. Over the 3 days, they will be discussing a wide range of topics relevant to the profession, including aggression, mental illness, depression, amongst others.
At the end of today, you will have the chance to at least share a little bit what you are going through, what is going through your mind.
The facilitators are experts in psychology, education and coaching from the Rila Institute of Health Science UK. Anthony Madalena facilitated several topics and today he helped the participant in defining counselling. The session is also empowering the school counsellors with effective tools to work with children with special needs.
This is an amazing opportunity because children with special needs have a lot of issues that would need counseling issues, and we're looking at behaviors, we're looking at the nature of their disabilities. Sometimes they feel like they are not normal or they get labels and everything. So having practitioners who work with them with this kind of information and knowledge is very beneficial to the children.
The seminar, which will end tomorrow, has been organized by the Ministry of Education to mark Seychelles Counselling Week, which is in August.
The government has confirmed that a British company, Apex Corporate Trustees, has filed a petition in the Supreme Court of Seychelles to declare Air Seychelles insolvent and to wind up its operations. The announcement followed an extraordinary meeting of the Cabinet. The petition has been brought to the Supreme Court by holders of around $70 million in bonds issued on behalf of Air Seychelles by Etihad Airways between 2015 and 2016. A statement from State House says President Wival Ramkalawan and relevant ministers will meet the board of directors of Air Seychelles tomorrow to discuss and chart a way forward. The statement adds that the President and the Council of Ministers renewed their commitment to take all necessary measures to support the employees of Air Seychelles. In the meantime, the government has reassured stakeholders that all necessary measures are being taken to ensure that all airport services will continue as normal with no disruption. On the occasion of its 30th anniversary, today the Club of the National Museum rewarded a former employee, also founder of the Museum Club, Stella Doe, and the animators of the club as well as its participants. It was during a short ceremony that took place at the National Museum in Victoria yesterday. Guests at the ceremony included, amongst others, the Mayor of Victoria, David Andre, and the Indian High Commissioner to Seychelles, General Dalbir Singh Suhag. It was on August 25th, 1991, that the National Museum was launched.
Sunday, 25th October 1991, the afternoon when I officially launched the first then Sunday activities for participants aged 6 onwards, which was held once a month in the National Museum or outdoor. The idea derived from one of my museum studies, Gestion et Animation du Musée, in Tunisia, earlier in 1991, whereby I participated in the preparation of several museum activities, both indoor and outdoor, for all walks of life on different days. Upon my return, together with my staff of the then National Museum, I share my ideas and we came up with a series of both indoor and outdoor activities in line with my studies, retaining its aim and objectives of safeguarding our cultural heritage and awareness. Today, I stand before my past staff with pride for such recognition and with great satisfaction. A special thank you goes to Ms. Jeanne Potin, who was my right-hand support from day one till 2003 for keeping up with the initiative in line with time with others. I avail myself of this opportunity to once again sincerely thank all those who in one way or another supported and contributed towards the success of the ongoing museum educational activities from day one, especially the parents who assigned their children to us. Last but not least, my gratitude goes to the Seychelles People's Defense Forces for their continuous support towards the SPDF Museum Club. Thank you.
And with this, we end the news summary. Thank you for your attention.